Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you a fresh take on a modern flower arrangement. Thinking way back, what is old is new again. Remember the heads, all those lady heads from the 40s and 50s, and now the head container is back in style. The flowers and foliages. Italian ruscus will form a base. And they have beautiful garden roses from gardenrosesdirect.com. This is Princess Hitomi. Then I have a variety of other materials, all from florabundance.com. Some bunnytail grass, anemone, poppy pods, and itty bitty baby mini asters, quite fun, and jasmine vine. The palette, complementary. Think about your color wheel, red and green opposite of each other, pink being a tint of red, so we're working with pink and green, a complementary color harmony. Mechanics, also going old school and moving into the floral netting. What's old is new again. I just love to say that because it is going through a resurgence. So creating an armature, tucking it in, making sure that any of the sharp ends are poked inside so that they can't hurt anyone, wedging it tightly, that way I don't even have to tape it, it will stay put. Then using fresh water pre-mixed with flower food, fill the vessel, and you're ready for designing. The Italian ruscus, one long piece, cut, placed down into the armature snugly, and then winding it around and around, and then weaving it into that armature so that it will lock in place, tucking it around, tucking it, then that will stay. You can go back and start adding flowers. The Princess Hitomi, giving it a cut, placing it in, repeating, some a little lower to draw the eye in, some a little longer. The poppy pods are heavy, so getting them placed so that they're nice and secure. And then carrying on with a few more of the roses. With the main form established and a focal emphasis begun, I can start filling in with the additional flowers for texture, movement, line. The jasmine vine is so graceful, giving it a cut, then feeding it down in between the other blooms. Letting it trail outward a little longer. Finding the perfect spot so that it definitely gets into the armature, doesn't come loose. Then coming in with the graceful bunny tails, picking up more of the green. And the anemones, they're so spectacular. They're not going to last as long as the other blooms, so placing them somewhat over the top so that as they fade, they can be pulled out and the rest of the arrangement is still beautiful, but they give that pop of color right at the beginning that's so spectacular. Then bringing on a bit more of that color with the miniature asters, feeding it in, and that will last just as long as all the other blooms, maybe longer. So it keeps that hot pink fuchsia hue even after the anemones have begun to fade. As you finish, add in a few more stems to soften, to drape, and then turn, double check, that your color is beautiful everywhere. Maybe tuck in a little bit more of the mini aster to bring color around into this area. And then turning it again and ensuring that everything's perfect from any angle. As I was planning this arrangement, the recipe began with the garden roses. From Garden Roses Direct, I used 6 of the Princess Atome roses. Then from Florabundance, I filled in with everything else. I had 1 stem of the Italian ruscus that formed the base, then 3 of the anemone, 3 of the poppy pods, 7 of the bunnytail grass, 3 of the mini aster, and then a portion of a jasmine bunch. Finishes it off beautifully. This arrangement makes me laugh. The very first home I ever lived in as an adult, independently, my neighbor collected the head vases. And you go into their home and the entire wall was filled with head after head after head. I was mortified. I thought it was just awful. I couldn't imagine sitting there with all those people staring at me. And now, here we are again with head vases, and now I love them. You'll find more creative inspiration at our website, flowerschool.com. If you have questions, you can reach me through there or pick up the telephone and give me a call. It's 503-223-8089. Now it's your turn. Find your favorite head, gather your favorite flowers, and create away. Be sure to take a photo and post it on social media, #Floral Design Institute. That way I can see your lady head, and we all can see what you do as you do something you love.